Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I am stoked you're here. Today I'm going to try to get some of these from sticking together, and I was going to do a little bit of a different video, kind of a show and tell, kind of a why would you, why did I, what started me down the fidget path, and kind of where it's led me, and kind of where I've stopped, and what I've found to be some of the easiest to carry, and if you like fidgets, the best to use. But for me, that is. But first, I want to say real quickly, thank you to all the channel members. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I want to say thank you to everybody who comes in to check out the knife, the EDC content. I appreciate you. If you're so inclined and you haven't had a chance yet, if you hit that subscribe button, that bell notification icon, I would really help me out. That would really help me out, actually. So, fidgets. Fidgets come when I first got into fidgets, which was years ago. They were fidget spinners, right? And I got them because at the time I didn't know I was diagnosed with ADHD, but I used to fidget a lot. And I kept one of these in my desk at the office. I also kept this one, which is a little bit bigger one. Again, they're not fancy fidgets, they're not expensive fidgets, but they're just spinners, right? So you can just fidget with them, you can rub on them, you can do whatever you want, but they spin. They are probably now my least favorite type of fidgets, but I haven't gotten any of the really nice ones, some of the really nice weighted ones. What I really like, and I think I got into these probably because of that damn lefty, but these little, this is an Ace DC soap bar, and what's cool about it is it's a magnetic. It's two pieces, and if I take it apart, you'll see that right now it's got 3 balls riding in that side. So if I want to change this one out, or really any of them out, any of the nicer ones, I can break out my little box here, and I've got these extra balls. Came with a bunch of extra balls. So let's say I wanted to add a few more stainless balls. On the other side, if you use the plastic balls, they're a little lighter and less noisy, and if you use the Zerk balls, they're going to be, what would you say, a little heavier, a little denser. But so what I can do is if I want to tune up my soap fidget, I can put less balls in there, I can put more balls in there. You've got magnets right here, and then you got the track where the balls roll. So I think I can take a couple of these balls, or different balls if I wanted to, put those in there, and then put my soap back on top of it, and now it's much stiffer because I've got 3 balls. So if that was too noisy for me, that clicking that you hear, if I put in the plastic balls, and we won't do this on all of them because we'll be here forever and a day, but let's say we want it to be silent or less noisy, we will say. Dump the balls out, no balls. Still slides, but the balls are what keeps it from sliding all the way out. So now we're going to take, we'll just say a couple. Let's see what happens if we just put 2 in each side. It should still not let it over travel. And this little soap bar, this is in stainless steel. You can get them in Thai, you can get them in Zerk. I want to say this was, that's got 2 balls on each side, gives it a little more travel, but that's really all it does, is it goes forwards and backwards. I like them balanced with 3 balls. I usually go with the steel, but since we've already got most of our balls in, we're going to keep it like we got it. All right, now I'm going to fold these up, put these up, and put them away. And then we will look at some of these other fidgets and what makes them kind of different. And then we'll get to the fidgets that I really like. So this was my first kind of legit fidget, my AC/DC soap. And to be honest with you, it went up and down. It was kind of cool. Now it's a lot quieter. But it just, you know, it lost its luster kind of quickly. So then I got this little thing. This is a chill pill. And the chill pill, this is stainless, which it's got a little bit of oxidation on it. But you can get this in Moku Thai. You can get it in Zirc. You can get it in titanium. You can get it in Ultim. You can get it with what they call a booster in between them. But these little things are really cool because they not only snap together with 2 magnets, you can fiddle with them in your hand. They suck together. They're just interesting little fidgets. You can toss them up. If I wasn't under the candle. Guys, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. But if, anyway, I wasn't under the camera, I could throw them up. They'd catch together. They'd kind of make a noise. All right, kind of cool. They have a lot of different ones. They're all right. I'm just not a huge fan. And then I picked up a couple of cheapy Amazons. One of them was the little fidget coin here. And this one was kind of decent because it came with an extra bearing. So what this is this is 2 halves that are held together by magnets. There's one of my magnets right there in the center. Probably need to re-glue that bad boy. But anyway, you see you've got this bearing in here. It's got some crud in there. But the bearing, it also comes with a replacement bearing, is on needle bearings. So when I put it in here and get it in its track, it spins. So when I put this in, the magnet goes in the center hole, and that's really all it does. It's kind of like a worry coin that also spins. Kind of cool, like 12 bucks, no big deal. And then I picked up this kind of wonky thing, which was actually kind of cool. It was another Amazon fidget where you can kind of take it and you can move it. This little piece moves on a magnet, and then you've got these 3 little corners where you can push it around. It's kind of weird, you know, just a little fidget, cheap fidget. Well, then I found a guy who is on Etsy who actually makes handmade fidgets here in Huntsville, Alabama, and I will link his Instagram in my description, because some of these others I'm gonna have to link too. But I want to say they're called God, I forget. These are 2 big hunks of brass with magnets. This is one of his first fidget sliders that he made, so it's not really, it's heavy, it's engraved well, it's kind of a nice piece of art in my opinion, which is kind of why I got it. But it's not as snappy as some of these others, which we'll look at. But this is a local, handcrafted, hand lasered. You can get them on Etsy, and I'll get you a link to these. He's doing stuff now with pry bars, with engravings on knives. Really cool stuff. Great store to follow. But that was that one. Then I got into this guy. For some reason, this thing was appealing to me. Now, the reason it was appealing to me is it slides up and down. and clicks, right? But it also will spin. So this area that has the stop sign or the speedometer has this one little ball in it, and you can spin it. So you can push it up, spin it, push it down, or you can just push it up, push it down, just to fidget with it, right? But it's heavy, takes up a lot of pocket space, kind of cool, but again, kind of heavy. Then I discovered Fidget Boy. And Fidget Boy, I'm going to leave over here because I've gifted out a bunch of Fidget Boys, and he's now doing stuff in metal. But I found this little piece on Amazon. This is a little Ultim coin, kind of like the coin that I showed you earlier. It's got magnets and that needle bearing, but it's PEI or Ultim, and it's really clicky. I don't know if you can hear that. You sure you can. But it's got really nice texture. It's very light, so it's easy to carry as pocket jank. And then if you want to pull it out and click on it, you can. If you want to go slow with it and not really click it, you can. But this one's going to be a little noisier, but I really like this one. Then I met a guy, Octavia Lou, who is over at Warnerson, which you can find them, if I'm not mistaken, the website where they sell all their stuff is edcgearzone.com. You can take a picture of that, edcgearzone.com. And they had a couple of pieces that they let me try out, one of which is a clicker, but it's a much different clicker. It is much more precise. It has balls, different balls that you can switch out, and needle bearings. So you can see now I've got 2 copper balls, and I've got the 2 Delrin balls, and then under each of these are springs. And this comes with extra springs in different sizes, depending on how much resistance you want. So I've got it set up just perfect. This is a little timepiece from Warnerson that I got at EDC Fun Zone that they sent out for me. Super cool. Probably my favorite spinner in terms of worry coin. Then they sent me this Picard, which is like a Tesla truck is what it looks like to me. But this thing is super cool because it slides. It doesn't come apart. You can take it apart. But it slides. It clicks here. 1, 2, 3. And then it slides very gingerly here. You can see that it's got really small tracks on that side. And then it's got the Teflon tape and a little bit harder, more stiff clicks on that side. And I love to get it up like that and close it up. Whether I do it that way and then close it up, push that up first is usually easier, and then snap it shut. But this is a cool piece. I really like this little Picard. I think that's what it's called, but I'll leave a link for it. This one's stainless steel too, and you can get these in other flavors. It also comes with a little lanyard thing that you can tie to the back of it, and it doesn't really interfere with its play. But then we get into Fidget Boys. This is Vertex. This is also on Etsy, and this is also great. These are going to come in, they're 3D printed, they're going to be less expensive. This one right here was right around 54, 55 bucks. These Fidget Boys were closer to the 35, 45 range. And then I think I had one that was around 50, but I gifted it away. And these are all made by a guy here in the States. These, if I'm not mistaken, may be made overseas, but I'll put links to both the Etsy stores. And what you'll notice at Fidget Boy right now is when I checked yesterday, they did not have any stock because he's in the process of making not only more of these high impact 3D printed ones, but I watched another video that somebody did that's friends with him and had his first titanium ones that he designed, sent off, and had them made. So these are all Fidget Boys, and they're really whimsical. So this one looks like a Band-Aid. It's 2 pieces of totally concealed plastic. You've got this different type of surface area there than you do on the jam box, which gives it a different click feel. It's also going to be different than on the pager. And these, since you don't have a track, you can kind of flick them, and I've gotten really much more comfortable with these. And they are very light because they're 3D printed plastic. They're just a lot of fun. And then the Vertex is one that I just found recently. I love the shape of this, and I also love, you won't be able to see it here, but it glows in the dark. It's got a blue glow. And it's not going to show up, but it does. It's got some blue glow in the dark, which is really cool. But what I really like about it is the texture. See how deep that Klaudis is the manufacturer. You've got this deep grooving on this side, and then you've got this opposing grooving on this side. It really makes for a snappy, fun, light fidget. And when I say light, these guys, and they're all going to be about 2 inches by an inch, maybe 1.5 inches by an inch. But when we weigh these, you will see a huge difference. And that's why I've kind of taken to these Fidget Boys, is because they're so much lighter. So a Fidget Boy, 0.7 ounces. A heavy one, 0.95 ounces. 0.85 ounces. 0.95 ounces. And then I take the Picard, 3.85 ounces. My Time Coin, 2.4 ounces. My AC/DC soap is very heavy, 4.3 ounces. So you can see how the nicer, i.e. more expensive, 5.7 ounces, these pieces go, the heavier they get. And to be honest with you, the less pocket friendly they are. Now, the EDC Fun Gear, Fun Zone, seem to be, for what they are, they're a lot lesser weight. They're more refined. That's almost weighs as much as the Chill Pill. But then this old aluminum spinner, 1.75 inches, that guy's light at 0.55 ounces. But then you've got this Amazon piece, very heavy, 2.55 ounces. And then this little spinner that I've had forever is under an ounce, but it's 0.70. So again, the Fidget Boys really take the cake for, in my opinion, the actual utility that you get out of them, the fun that I get out of them, or the fidget, I guess I should say, more than fun, because it's not really fun, it's just fidget. But throw one in your pocket. I use them on live streams. They're a lot of fun. They're cool. I'll leave some links. If you guys are interested in them, take a look at them. If not, go to Amazon, take a look at them. I do like the Vertex and the Fidget Boy. I'm really turning into a fan of the 3D plastic. But guys, I apologize for a non-knife video, but this is kind of EDC in a way. It is at least my EDC. So, hope you like it. I'll drop it in the middle of the day. It won't be a main video. See what you think about it. Like it, share it, leave me a comment. I love you all. Do me a favor, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your hearts and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.